right, here we go. Spawning up in the top right, representing Genesis Gaming, it is BattelB. In the red. And his opponent, spawning down on the bottom left, representing Prep Esports, it is HonMonO. In the blue. How does the seeding work? How is Cristiano and Gerald, who won nothing, seeded higher than Zest and Beyond, who won qualifiers? I believe it's based on OSC points. I think. Sad day with no Zergs. Well, there will be Zergs for sure in the ESL Open Cup Korea. And then as well, has Showtime clinched his spot yet? Oh, for the... No, he hasn't. No, he's only 2 points up on Lambo. Only 2 points up on Lambo. It's based on OSC points a lot. A lot of it is. It's this is a tournament that runs throughout the entire year. And not everyone chooses to compete. They could, but this is a tournament series that runs throughout the entire year. All right, TBT. Not a whole lot happening so far. They're both just opening a factory expand, as we expect. HonMonO, a little bit of a lesser known player, but still quite good. Still quite good at his craft. Still quite a solid player overall. We see BattelB's... I guess they both resaturated at the same time. It just felt like a No, it is a bit of an earlier resaturation than his opponent. Both players going with the quick reactor, by the way, so they are going to be going for a good number of Reapers and Hellions here. Now, will it be 3 Reapers? Oh, actually, BattelB, we're already seeing a Widow Mine coming on in. No worries, Luxon. Yeah, so it's just going to be 3 Reapers, 1 Hellion, and a Widow Mine versus... Ooh, this might be... Yeah, this is going to be the 5 Reapers... 3 Hellions. So this is going to be the very aggressive move out of HonMonO. Let's see what he can get done with this. Now the Widow Mine, where is it placed? It is at the front. In theory, you can kill a Widow Mine with grenades, but it takes 18 grenades and no repair. And oh, he almost baits the Widow Mine shot into his opponent's units. Now this is a very overly bold move out of HonMonO. Pushes into his opponent. And will he pay the price for it? No, it's actually going to be BattelB overcommitting a little bit up to the top of the ramp, and he loses a Reaper of his own. Overall, it ends up being still a little bit favorable for BattelB, but it could have been even more so. Oh, we are going to be seeing the Widow Mine getting taken out, but not before it kills that Hellion. Cyclone's going to pop out, and that will be a dead Reaper. Boom. Explosion. And yeah, early game trades favoring BattelB just a little bit. BattelB going with more defensive composition, the quicker transition into pretty heavy Marine count. This is a lot of Marines for this stage in the game in a TBT. This kind of feels like he wants to get aggressive, but I don't know, that's... Maybe he will? We'll see. It is a fair number of Marines. It's not a crazy number, but it's... Nah, no, it's nothing. It just, I don't know, I look at it and I'm like... Because normally they're all spread out, or they're like going across the map in a drop or something. Normally it doesn't feel like I see that many Marines at this stage in the game, in a TBT. Sometimes I just go by feel. I'm like, this doesn't feel normal. Even if it is completely normal. Like, for example, here, this is like a relatively similar number of Marines. We've got them spread out. So it looks like less. Ooh, Cyclone will be able to pick off a Reaper. Not a big deal. Very minor. But, yeah, it's nice find. There we go. Now actually something of significance. We are going to see BattelB starting up Viking production. HonMonO doing so at pretty much the exact same time. Yeah, there we go. Within 1 second of each other. HonMonO going to start to march across the map here. BattelB does have a very small lead, but a nice one. 5 Actually, 5 SCVs is not that small of a lead. It's a nice little lead. But it's kind of the ebb and flow of my SCV production finishes up, then your SCV production finishes up. As I say that, though, we do see HonMonO getting supply blocked here. Ooh. I've got bad news. The baby came out. Void Ray. Hey, thank you very much, Arjun. Man, a lot of damage on that siege tank from the Cyclone. That's a very exploded Hellion right there. Boom. Boom, baby. BattelB. Looking to pick a fight right here. He wanted to drop some interference matrices or auto turrets. Yeah, BattelB just a little bit better with his macro here. Just a little bit more on point, and that's where he's getting ahead with these SCVs. HonMonO moving on forward with more Vikings. They have very, very similar armies, like extremely similar. That one Marine, very valuable with its spot. More and more Void Ray, or sorry, damn it. More and more Void Rays being printed in the chat. Yeah, right? Ugh. Welcome back, by the way, Arjun. Thank you very much for the tier 1 at 9 months. 9 months. That's it. Ooh, another great scout from the Marine. But BattelB might be a little bit too slow to reposition. Big stim coming in from him, but he's going to say, hey, you know what? Maybe I can't actually take this fight. Oh, man, so much posturing going on right here. Neither player wanting to commit to a fight. They're both on 6 Vikings. They're both on 2 full energy Ravens. Oh, it's going to be BattelB, though, getting the jump on his opponent. Is it? No. Whoa, he's not in range. Never mind. This command center, or sorry, this gas is in range. We're going to see actually both Ravens going down for BattelB, and HonMonO keeping both of his alive. However, the Viking count does go in the favor of BattelB, but yeah, those Ravens are so valuable. So valuable. Oh, man. I can't believe he just lost those Ravens. His opponent just threw away so much energy. Actually, no, he didn't even. HonMonO still has a lot of energy on his Ravens. He's still got enough energy for 3 interference matrices. Oh, but of course, you got to be so careful about this. Anti-armor missile, a little bit awkward, dragging back into his own units. Siege tank of BattelB will win the tank duel. The Marines kind of distracting for it. That was a nice little move from BattelB. Purposely kept those Marines forward. Resources lost. Does favor HonMonO a little bit, but BattelB is just macroing better. That being said, we do see HonMonO with the much better timing on his armory. So he's going to be able to start up his 2-2. Where is the armory, actually? Oh, there it is. Sorry to hear that, Arjun. That sucks. Oh. Landed Vikings on the right side. Not the best fighters against Marines. Combat Shield's going to finish up for HonMonO. He was at a disadvantage there. Scan comes in, sees that HonMonO has backed away. And BattelB, despite the fact that his armory was later than that of his opponent, his 2-2 is actually going to be better timed than that of HonMonO's. So HonMonO kind of missing out on something. I've got 4. Oh, man. That's a random scan. Ooh, looks like the Marine does spot HonMonO's army in the middle. That's going to allow BattelB to siege on up, and the tank fire is going to be withering. Boom, big shot, but the anti-armor missile is equally as discouraging, and some big tank shots coming in from HonMonO. God, these players, they're both just so cautious about taking any engagements. And, you know, it's hard to blame them. You do not want to just run into your opponent's tank line and suddenly lose the game. Oh my goodness, though. That is a big Doom drop. Going to send all 6 medevacs. 4 of them fully loaded. And just leaves the tanks completely unguarded. Apparently a 290X no longer qualifies as high end. True. Surprising. Oh man, this is going to be such a devastating drop. HonMonO even moving out with more of his units here. Now this sensor tower, very unfortunate that it's not earlier, but we do have BattelB electing to pick the fight here, which is a little strange. Little strange. +2 will complete for BattelB. +2 weapons early for HonMonO. Oh my god, don't take the fight just yet. And there it is. There's the 2-2, but this is a better concave. Oh my goodness, and the tanks in the backfield helping a lot. But now it's the tanks of BattelB coming into play. Oh boy, that was a bloody, bloody fight. Bloody fight for both players. Look at this. The Marines are actually trapped in between the tanks. Ultimately, that does go in the favor of BattelB, I would say, by a little bit. Yeah, the Marines, there's not a huge difference in terms of resources lost, in terms of units lost. BattelB, once again, going to disengage, though. He does have just a better economy. He's just been up in workers for the majority of this game. And yeah, he's been out-mining his opponent by a significant margin. Like a pretty significant margin. And that's the kind of thing that in a mirror matchup is going to be a really big problem. And where this is being realized by BattelB, quicker starport transition. HonMonO just now started his 2nd starport. Doesn't have a 5th base. BattelB going up to a 6th base. Oh, well, he was. And then he says, oh, do I actually need to expand here? The thing is, I think he could. I think he could expand it. I think it'd be fine. Yeah, HonMonO just... Okay, there we go. Okay, so this was just a misrally. Corvid Reactor going to be coming down. So funny to see Vikings produced out of a Tech Lab starport. Very funny to see that. BattelB in the Ascendant, yeah. It just keeps going up. And I mean, part of that is like you look at the worker count, it's 59 to 76. HonMonO is struggling to max out. BattelB, he has got... They both have so many tanks. God, look at all the tanks just sieging up right there. Goody would be proud, but also disappointed that one of the tanks just died. A couple of interference matrices do come on in. We are seeing BattelB now really starting to realize that lead he's got with the Raven count. Oh, that's a big anti-armor missile. You want to be very careful about that. BattelB hasn't technically won air control yet. Ooh, big siege up coming on in. But there's no units in position. Well, no units in position to take fire from HonMonO. No units in firing range from HonMonO. Scan comes in. Still no 5th base attempted from HonMonO. I don't really know what his long-term goals are in this game. That being said, you don't need long-term goals if you just wipe out your opponent's tank line. Oh my god, BattelB! Not like this! Oh no! All of his tanks getting caught right there. The Marines coming in with the flank, and what a fight from HonMonO. It was 15 to 14, now it is 0 to 14. BattelB just lost every single tank. Oh my god. How did that happen? That's not supposed to happen. He's going 4-port Raven. Now, the thing about this, he can disable a lot of tanks. Can he disable every single tank? No, he cannot. I have never seen so many tanks go down in such a fashion, in such a quick amount of time. Not at a pro level. Oh man, BattelB, he is going to be just kicking himself right now. HonMonO finds himself in a great position all of a sudden. Oh god, and anti-armor missile is going to come down. BattelB will take control of the air now. But actually, will he? A couple reinforcements for HonMonO show up. And this is going to force BattelB back. He loses his command center, by the way. What a fight for HonMonO. Now, he hasn't won yet. Oh, and especially if he attacks up a ramp. Tanks for HonMonO going to obliterate those of BattelB. 3 tanks disappear in the blink of an eye. 3 Ravens at a time. Not the most helpful. HonMonO, still got to be careful. He's only on 4 bases. Well, that's a lot of Liberators sieging on up here. We are going to see the tanks sieging on up, though, as well. And that will force BattelB away once again. Another command center going to fall. Resources lost is just not a pretty sight. Oh, that's a big stim coming on in here. But he doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough to clear out all these units. And now the Liberators, well, never mind. There's the Vikings. That... For some reason, I just, like, forgot they existed. I was like, oh my god, he's going to clear it out with Liberators. No. No. He'll kill the Marines, which is great, and actually might mean that maybe he can, like, surround or arc on this setup. Oh, man, we are going to be seeing these tanks moving on forward on the right side. Oh, boom. So many tanks have fallen for BattelB in this game. 21-5. BattelB getting absolutely wiped off the map. The thing is, because he had such a huge eco lead, he's still in this game. I do like this decision to go for a counterattack here. I like it quite a bit. HonMonO needs to readjust some of his saturation here. Oh man, he needs to lift his command centers and send them to new bases. He's only got 9 SCVs mining from that base on the right side. Another command center does fall, and now we are going to see BattelB coming on in with the counterattack. He will be able to find a couple of tanks here. Going to get a couple command centers as well. BattelB, he is now supply blocked. He's going to lose this factory. He's going to lose so much. New factory, the command center goes down. These SCVs are not long for this world. And that command center will lift. Meanwhile, other side of the map, we are going to be seeing BattelB still doing a decent job here. And he's going to knock out all of his opponent's production. And he still has production at home. So this game is not over. Not by any stretch. But the tank count is such a massive problem. Like, just such a massive problem. Now, Marines are very good in a base trade. Oh, but you need to be able to maneuver around with them. We will see most of the production in the main base going down for HonMonO. And BattelB, he's going to lift up and get on out. Oh, that's a lot of tanks without a whole lot of coverage. Ooh, losing the Raven, not exactly ideal. BattelB, he's moving on forward. Oh, these Vikings, oh my goodness. Oof. If he had run into those Marines with those Vikings, that could have been very suddenly extremely bad for HonMonO. HonMonO doesn't know about this top left base. And this base may actually be the saving grace of BattelB. BattelB, please mine the actual base with it. God, these SCVs, they're long-distance mining. Oh, that is not what you want to see. BattelB. It's 67 Marines to 20. But it's also 17 Vikings to 3 and 14 tanks to 5. God, BattelB, you got to be so much more careful. There we go. Now he's going to start to mine from this base. HonMonO is going to find it, though. Oh, and that's going to be a dead command center most likely, as well as all the SCVs going down. Well, that is the kind of stuff that BattelB needed to not let happen. And it's even going to resupply block him here. HonMonO, he is up 11,000 resources lost nearly. What is that, 10,000, 10,400? BattelB? Oh, wait. Yo, he's got one command center that's just now being rebuilt. Oh, man, I did not realize how many command centers he lost. And BattelB, he is just going to tap out. GG. HonMonO takes it. BattelB having himself a tough go of things in that game number 1. A very, very tough time. Oh, man. Just got complacent and just let all of his tanks get picked off. You can't let that happen in a TVT. I mean, that just goes without saying. Exactly. He did have SCVs in the command center. That's a game that pardon me, you want back. You need that game back. That's a game that haunts your nightmares, you know? How much of that was the one army that walked into the tank ambush? At least 5,000 or 6,000 of it. At least 5,000 or 6,000 of it. God damn, that's a tough loss right there. Yeah, very nicely done. Very nicely done by HonMonO. Hey, welcome Maddox, by the way. Hope you're having a good one. Oh, I guess it is early in the morning in Korea, isn't it? All right, here we go. Spawning down to the bottom right. Representing Genesis Gaming, it is BattelB. In the red. And his opponent, spawning up in the top left, representing Prep Esports, it is HonMonO. In the blue. Oh. Ooh, BattelB getting a little bit of a disconnect issue. He could have at least tried to attack before leaving. Honestly, I don't blame him. I don't blame him for not. Not a whole lot you can do in that situation. So BattelB having a little bit of internet issues. It looks like. Hopefully everything's all good. Bum 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 bum. And people make fun of taking it slow and steady in TVT. Yeah, you have to. You have to. That's what happens when you don't do everything extremely carefully. Yeah. It's a problem. It is a big problem. Just turning 6 a.m.? Damn. That is very early. Yeah, looks like BattelB might be disconnecting. Not exactly ideal, but I don't know. There's not a whole lot we can do about it. Oh. Oh, pardon me. Jeez. Reminder that the winner of this does get to the qualifying match versus Nightmare. So it's a kind of important match. I mean, you're still going to be going up in against a very, very tough opponent in Nightmare. But you'll give yourself that opportunity to qualify into the main tournament. We might have to remake the game. You wonder if he's HonMonO on a different server? It's very possible. All right, so we're going to potentially have to resume from replay. By the way, Juggernaut Jason is back to playing StarCraft 2. I just got to say I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy about it. It is about damn time. Hell, Jason, it's about time. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess we give BattelB a little bit of time, but not sure how long. Not sure how long. Because obviously we don't want to make the Korean players wait too long. That'd be less than ideal. It is pretty, pretty late over in Korea. Pardon me. What about Han Solo, of course? Bum bum bum. Hawk Patui. Ha. Iron Sheik callback. Oh, big stretch. Always important to make sure to stay stretched. Yeah, once I finish this, I'm going to have to take a big nap because I'm going to be casting. So it's 4 o'clock p.m. my time right now. I'm going to be casting the ESL Open Cup at Han shot first. He did, and that's why he won. I'm going to be casting the ESL Open Cup at 10 p.m. EST, and then that'll probably go to like 2 a.m. EST, and then at 3 a.m. EST, that is when the World Team League versus the World will be starting on up. So I'm going to be covering that, and that's going to be a lot of fun, but I'm going to be a real tired lad. So I'm going to be, and I'm like, I did not sleep enough last night, so I'm going to be having to take a big nap. Tomorrow is going to be a big rest day, fortunately for me. But I probably won't get to sleep until, 7 a.m. my time. You rarely sleep? True. You get to cast? Yeah, like 6 hours. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's like super early for... Damn. Hey, thank you very much, Mortimer's Prime, for the tier 1 sub. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm going to be a little bit busy. There was... it did cross my mind, the thought of doing a... 24-hour stream, but I was like, nah, I just can't. If I didn't work yesterday, I might have done a 24-hour stream, but it would have been such a brutal time, and then especially because I just didn't sleep. I just did not sleep last night. for so long. I don't know if we'll get in-game sound, but we will be getting the stream of it, and that's what I'm, excited about. Oh. Yeah, we don't have BattelB coming back. Yes. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at what the matchups are because they're really, really good for the World Team League versus the World. It is Trap versus Rainer. And then Rogue versus Hero Marine. Time versus Showtime, which is going to be so much fun to cast. And Maru versus Serral, which is going to be awesome. The whole thing is going to be awesome. They're all best of twos, which is kind of interesting, kind of funny. Do. Bum 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 bum. Do. Bum bum bum. Okay. Looks like BattelB is back. Who is versus Serral? Maru. Maru versus Serral. Yeah. It is crazy. So it looks like they're just gonna remake the game. Which is cool. Which is totally fine. All right, it is going to be Berlin grad. Take 2. Serral agreed to that willingly. Well, hang on. If you look at the prize pool, World Team League versus the World, that is in approximately 12 hours. 11 hours, actually. It is very, very soon. Extremely soon. Don't worry, the VODs will be available. I don't pay all my VODs. I don't subscribe or wall my VODs. Although sometimes it is tempting. But I don't want to do that. Alright, here we go. Spawning up in the top left. Representing Genesis Gaming. It is BattelB. In the red. And his opponent. Spawning down in the bottom right. Representing Prep Esports. It is HonMonO. In the blue. And this is pretty interesting. HonMonO electing to not go for the double Proxy Reaper after he was definitely going to. He was definitely going to. But yeah, the thing that's crazy is this is a very small number of matches, and it is a ridiculous prize pool. It's like $12,500 for what is effectively many players are probably just going to play 2 maps, and that's it. It's actually just insane. Bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, 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 bum, bum. Do. All right, what are we going to be seeing from... You're betting on Terran. What are we seeing from this one here? Both players did open up with the double gas opener. No surprise. You don't see much beyond this. You don't see much different from this. Bum, 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 bum. HonMonO going for a very, very quick Cyclone here, which is pretty interesting. Meanwhile, we've got the more standard Hellion Reaper coming out of BattelB. That quick Cyclone, it provides you a lot of potential defensive utility. A lot of potential defensive utility. Also, you can possibly get aggressive with it. Of course, Cyclones are very active units. Here come these Reapers trying to get into the main base. They will find BattelB unprepared. And this is going to be a couple of dead SCVs at the very least. How many SCVs can he get? Ooh, he's going to get... No, he doesn't get the third. Gets 2 SCVs for 2 Reapers. Still not bad. Still not too bad. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the stream, if it's your first time here, make sure to hit that follow button if you haven't already done so. You can hit the notification button as well. It'll let you know when I do go live. Although it might just default selected now. I don't even remember. I feel like it does. Interesting little... This is a funny little counterattack from BattelB. The double Cyclone should just kind of destroy this. Ooh, a couple of Reapers going to slip in here from BattelB, and they're going to be looking to get a little bit of damage done. They don't really find anything, though. Meanwhile, I don't know what these Cyclones were doing. They just kind of wandered off on the hunt. Oh, but they will find the double Reaper. Well, that's a nice pickoff. Not a huge deal, but that's a good job. One player that I'm actually really excited for in DreamHack Masters Last Chance, since Chad is talking about it a fair bit, I think a laser. Actually, I don't think you could have picked a better group for a laser than that group. That, like, if you were to tailor the group specifically for him, I think that's the best possible group he could have ever come up with himself. I think he has a great record online against Zest. He has a good record versus... What's the other player? It's a Terran player. Is it Time? Time is a very aggressive player, and I feel like a laser style works well against what Time will be doing. And then versus Rogue, I feel like his mid-game oriented style and his weirdness in ZVZ is probably his best friend too. Oh, we are going to be seeing, look at that, a Cyclone lock-on onto a Widow Mine. You don't see that often now, do you? And that's going to be a nice couple of pickoffs here for HonMonO. 2 kills on each of those Cyclones, and now he's going to start to move out. He does have a little bit of a supply lead, a little bit of an army supply lead. At the very least, he might be able to siege up and damage or go after this reactor and supply depot. That would be very nice. BattelB did go for 2 Ravens. He is starting to build his own Vikings. So was HonMonO, but of course BattelB going to have those immediately into the fight. All right, this is what I was talking about. Vikings not going to be able to get produced here for very long. He's going to lose that reactor and might just lose the supply depot as well. Yes, he will. Nice pickoff here from HonMonO. Finds himself a nice little advantage right there with the pickoff on that reactor, and that's going to allow him to outproduce his opponent in terms of Vikings. Did cost him a couple of auto turrets, but he gets out with the Ravens, which is the big deal. Now, of course, BattelB will have a lot more Raven energy, and if it does come to blows, if it does come to a fight, that extra Raven energy could be a big deal. HonMonO. He does have to work on his SCV production a little bit. There's been a couple of times where I've noticed he just isn't building SCVs. I think that's the biggest thing for him right now. Other than that, he's doing a pretty decent job. Scan comes in, sees exactly where BattelB's army is. HonMonO will pick off these couple of scouting marines, but they find the army, and that's the most important thing. HonMonO does have faster upgrades. Not significantly, but it could come into play in a little bit later. Oh, that's Cyclone. Ooh, and a couple of marines getting picked off right there. So far, everything going BattelB's, going HonMonO's way in this early game. Ooh, as I say that, he does get himself supply blocked pretty brutally, actually. Engagement could break out in the middle of the map. We do have tank siege up here for BattelB. HonMonO going to take a couple of punches to the gut. Loses his first tank. Despite everything that's gone down, he's actually the first player to lose a tank, which is kind of funny. Just goes to show positioning is everything, and supplies are very deceptive in this matchup. Now, as I say that, supplies are still important. Speaking of importance, 8 Vikings to 5. HonMonO did not take this gas. Gas in TVT is such a valuable resource. Oh man, HonMonO. Playing with fire a little bit, attacking through this choke, but of course he does back away. BattelB sees his opponent's army repositioning, and he does have this sensor tower here, and he will see exactly where HonMonO's army is. But he doesn't see exactly how it's dispositioned. He can kind of tell. I do like the idea of taking down your opponent's rocks. It's going to allow you quicker access to their base. Both players will get their combat shields and +1 weapons, 1-1 completed at similar timings. Ooh, Ravens coming in for the counterattack. This is very interesting. He's going to drop some auto turrets. Doesn't want to lose those Ravens, but he will be able to pick off a lot of SCVs here. Meanwhile, other side of the map, the Vikings are going to move forward, and he's going to go for a ton of interference matrices, and this is going to be a lot of landed Vikings. HonMonO just going to go for it right here. And he's going to take down all of his opponent's tanks and the SCVs at this base, and that's a dead base as well. But BattelB is going to get right in on top of his opponent's production, and that is something that BattelB, well, HonMonO won't be able to answer it. HonMonO with a very cool move right here just goes for it. Or sorry, BattelB with a very cool move just goes for it. HonMonO, he needs to somehow breach his opponent's main base, but I don't see him doing it. And we are going to see the Vikings going in favor of BattelB, this Viking war. And that is going to be the last Raven going down here. And with that, GG will get called as BattelB camps his opponent's production and sends it to game number 3. Oh. Another big stretch coming in right there. It just feels good. But it also makes me remember like how tired I am. Just makes me just feel, you know, like, schlep. Bum 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 bum. Huh. Apparently there's a coin toss. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're deciding the server for the last series, for last game. Whether it's... No, BattelB says, I don't care. Whatever, let's just go west. True. Sometimes it's just better to get things done. All right, and we're going to be getting into game number 3 here. Winner of this will advance on to face Nightmare. Oh. Yeah, this is... This is going to be an interesting one. Yeah, coin toss. Who was that player who famously got screwed over by a coin toss? Was that Lucifron? I feel like that might have been Lucifron. All right, here we go. Spawning down in the bottom right, representing Genesis Gaming, it is BattelB in the red. And his opponent, this time he is going for it. He is pulling the trigger. Representing Prep Esports, it is HonMonO. Going for a 14-14. No, wait, he's gone to 15 supply. Oh, okay, never mind. He's going to go for a 15 supply proxy racks. I thought it was going to be 14. But regardless, this is going to be a pretty big commitment here. And I do believe it's going to be Proxy Reaper. I would love if it was Proxy Marauder, because that'd be very cool, but I don't think it will be. Now, what is BattelB going to do when he sees this? He's going to see that there's nothing at home. He's going to see that the supply depot is not even in the wall. And that should cause some panic. Panic. Oh, wait, what? What? It's Marines? What? Wait, what? Color me confused. I don't know why you would ever do this. But also, I don't know why BattelB is pulling his SCVs so far. He loses 3 SCVs when he could have gotten away with losing just 1, I feel. Ooh, nice grenade right there. Gonna bounce these Marines to the top of the ramp. Almost losing one of his own Reapers. 4 SCVs do go down, but he kills 2 of his opponent's SCVs. I mean, I guess the Marines... Oh, God! Oh, BattelB! No! Not like this. So first of all, this is the weirdest build I think I've ever seen. And I don't like it, to be honest. I don't understand what the purpose of this build is. But also the Widow Mine is a very weird choice. I feel like Cyclone. I feel like you absolutely go quick Cyclone. The Widow Mine is so bizarre. Oh. Losing the depot, that shouldn't happen. That should not happen. That's a really painful loss. Does save the Widowmine, but barely. 6 HP. 2 more Marine shots would have taken that out. Barracks will go down, but it's going to get the full scout. Yeah, I would have much preferred the Cyclone immediately, and then just start targeting down the bunker with the lock-ons. Like, the Widowmine feels like such a weird decision. It just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like a good decision. Especially since he didn't save the depot. Like, losing that depot doesn't seem like a big deal, but it's a pretty big deal. It is a pretty big deal. Yeah, I don't know what the thought process is with this build. Now, this is cool. The follow-up is going to be a Hellion drop. But... yeah, I really don't know. I don't know what to make of this. Cyclone lock-on. He's just... Oh, he actually lets the lock-on get broken. Well, that's a little bit less than ideal. Bunker will get shortly set ablaze. Here come the Hellions. He's going to find himself a lot of SCVs. 7 SCVs already going down. Oh god, he really wants to get lined up on, but he will not lose any. No, 8 SCVs. 8 SCVs go down. So that actually gets quite a bit of damage done. Huh. God, this game is so weird. I have to say I don't like this. Ooh, get forward, kill it, kill it, kill it. Don't let him get the salvage. Oh, BattelB, why'd you let him get the salvage? 12 HP, 1 lock-on from the Cyclone. I think 3 hits from a Marine would have killed that. Like, that's very... He just shouldn't have been allowed to get away with that. Not once you had the tank. That is for damn sure. If it was just the Cyclone, then yeah, he probably gets the that. Hey, welcome to Canyon Tennyson. Good to see you here. Ooh, he's gonna go for a Cyclone Marine drop with this. But will oh no, he is actually gonna drop out with this. Well, that is very bold. BattelB sees this. Drops the auto turret. That's a little weird. BattelB making a lot of less than ideal decisions under the gun. Of course, he is playing 2 West server, which is a lot of ping from EU. There's a lot of ping from EU. So that's got to be remembered. That's very, very important. Still, though, it's painful. It's painful. Scan comes in, sees the reactored starport. That is good information right there. Very good information. Sees it's going to be Vikings. He can't keep getting away with it. Oh, Widowmine will get picked off. Are we going to be seeing another mirrored situation where they just have these? This has happened 3 games in a row where they just had the exact same army, and then like they've danced around each other for 12 minutes. Wasn't that quite the case in game number 2? But pretty close. They ended up just dancing around each other. Auto turret harass coming on in, though. 6 SCVs. Oh, 7, actually. Damn. That is quite a bit of damage. Meanwhile, auto turrets do get dropped and will pick off a tank of BattelB. And BattelB, he's going to lose this starport if he doesn't lift it off. There we go. There is the lift. That is a real pain. Doesn't kill the reactor, but it forces it to not be used. Yeah, that is one of the more, the neater things there, Krabuki. That is one of the neater things. Oh, this refinery is barely going to get repaired at 2 HP. Seed tanks will get scanned and will Actually, wait, no. BattelB. Okay, there's the scan. He didn't scan. He just backed away. So I guess he saw that he was getting scanned, and he was like, oh, I know what this means. He's going to get the scan and a lock-on, but a nice hot pickup right there from HonMonO. Breaks said lock-on. Meanwhile, HonMonO, third base, it's landed. He's down a lot of SCVs. He's down 13 workers. Which kind of actually nullifies the fact that that base is landed. One of the Ravens did get picked off on the way home, which is a pretty big problem. BattelB is starting to climb ahead in supply, but HonMonO's got him really pinched off. And this is such a good situation for BattelB, or for HonMonO in terms of just how he's playing this out. Now, he's not building any SUVs. He is not building any SUVs, which is a big problem. Because if BattelB ever breaks out of here and takes his third base, he's going to have such a huge eco lead. But, I mean, if he doesn't break out of here and it's because, you know, HonMonO just kept building units, then there's something to be said for that. But he has the money to build SUVs. There we go. He does start them up once again. Ooh, tanks getting leapfrogged upon. And that the command center is really starting to take a lot of damage. This is really getting out of hand here for BattelB. HonMonO. He is up 7 Vikings to 4. SCVs are starting to get hit. BattelB is going to go for a counterattack. Looks like he scanned and saw the medevacs. Oh, this is a big problem. Oh, and BattelB. Ooh, he wants to go for the break. He was a little bit disjointed right there. He's going to lose a lot of SCVs. How many actually go down, though? He's going to land the Vikings and will clear this out. 11 SCVs. Very playable. Where did the medevacs go? Oh, they went back home. Cool. I was like, oh, he lost them. No, he didn't. Kept them alive. Nice job. And now he's actually going to be on 1-1. And HonMonO, I mean, the SCV count, like, I got to keep harping on it. It's a problem. HonMonO's macro is really causing him issues. No engineering bays, no big SCV burst. He could be up at like 70 SCVs right now. This is looking tough. This is looking tough. Things are starting to really become a problem. Now there's no armory for BattelB. That is a really unfortunate situation. But there's still no engineering bays. There's one engineering bay here for HonMonO. There we go. He finally starts up a second NG bay and an armory. But I think he just realized, yeah, he did. And he just has this upgrade. Oh, look at the anti-armor missiles coming in from both players. BattelB, though, does have an upgrade lead, which means his units are still just better. And he's got combat shields against no combat shields. BattelB starting to take a supply lead once again. The medevacs baited the tank Viking. They sure did. Well, they baited the Vikings. Very, very cool move. I do think he was intending to actually go for an attack. Man, that's a lot of Vikings. That is 11 Vikings for HonMonO. And not a lot of tanks. BattelB, he's going to take down this +1 weapons. Oh, no, he's not. Oof. Yes, he will. The Marine Viking, yeah. Yeah, he baited the coverage away from the tanks. It was a very cool move. Well, I think it was more of like a snap call. He's like, oh, I baited him out of position. Now I go. It was very poggers. Wait, he didn't... Why is there... Oh, okay, that's a 4th command center that's trying to be taken. A lot of SCVs going to go down for HonMonO. BattelB, he is really taking control of this game in the last little bit. And now he's the one who threatens his opponent's natural ramp. He's got 2-2 on the way. He's got that +1 vehicle weapons. We could actually see a situation where it's 2-2-1 versus 0-0. And that would just be devastating for HonMonO. HonMonO, he doesn't need to kind of play scared with his Vikings here. I mean, obviously you got to be worried about the Marines, but he can definitely go hunting for a lot of these air units. And he needs to. He needs to make moves like that. The siege tank will end up getting a kill for BattelB. Sorry. HonMonO picks off one of BattelB's tanks, and then BattelB gets the return kill. The Ravens of HonMonO do have max energy, which is very beneficial. Why put the engineering bay there? That's a great question. It's a terrible spot. Ooh, supply depot does go down, and he's going to get supply blocked here. And the Marines are not even going to clean this up. By the way, shout out to Iba in the chat. The youngest Grandmaster to ever touch the game, it seems. That is an extremely impressive feat. Nice usage of the air superiority to pop out a couple of Liberators and start pushing these tanks back. The 2-2 of BattelB, though, is getting very close. Like, HonMonO has about... Well, he has about 15 seconds to try and get something done. I mean, if tanks are well enough placed, like... upgrades don't always matter. I don't know, man. It's 2-2-1 now in 5 seconds. Now, that being said, Liberators, they're going to clean up 3 of those tanks. Oh, that's a really big pickoff. That actually gives HonMonO the advantage in tank count now. However, that is going to be a lot. 50 supply of Marine medevac going across the map. Yeah, I was going to say, Byun does it versus Protoss. God, look at that command center go down, and we are going to see BattelB potentially win the game with a very similar maneuver to what he did in the previous match. But there is... Well, actually, no, there's nowhere near enough to hold on. This is going to be way too much. Yeah, and BattelB, look at these barracks just lifting off into the top left. Not going to be able to get really anything done. Now this command center is going to fall. He's going to kill off every single production structure, and he can't even breach the natural of BattelB. BattelB had his struggles in this matchup, but he is ultimately going to be just way too hot to handle for HonMonO. 2-2-1 versus 1-0-0. And BattelB, he is maxed out. He's still got so much on the map. Liberators, they're trying to slow siege forward, but the concave of tanks is just prohibitive in terms of attacking. Like, you just can't attack into it. And like HonMonO, he really doesn't want to leave this game. And I understand. But he's going to be forced out of it very shortly. Very, very shortly. And we are going to see this Marine. Oh, it's going to spot both of these... both of the command centers. BattelB, I don't think you need to engage this. In fact, I think that's probably the worst thing he can do. Except, other than killing off Liberators, engaging this is about the worst thing he can do. He is going to go for it, though. Look at the concave he's setting up. He actually takes down the Raven there. There's still a lot of Marines and a lot of tanks. I really don't like the idea of BattelB going for this. Like, he doesn't really need to, but he's got almost a 360 surround. Oh, he's going to lead with the SCVs, and here comes the fight. But there's a lot of Marines for HonMonO. However, the upgrades of BattelB should just carry the day, and yes, they will. The concave is too much. The supply is too much, and the BattelB is too powerful. 0 army supply at the very end. He will take it down, and he will go up against